Hello children, how are you? I hope you are fine and staying at home. Okay, let us start with what we did in our previous session, and we had discussed about the population dynamics, and we spoke about the underpopulation and the overpopulation. Now, underpopulation, we had discussed that it was the type of population in which the population was less than the available resources of a country, whereas overpopulation was the situation where the country has more people than its physical and human resources can support with adequate living standards. Now, distribution, and we also did about the distribution of population. Distribution of population, that is the number of persons living per unit of land, is called the density of population, which was discussed in the last session. And we had discussed some of the areas which were of areas of low density of population, where only 1 or 2 persons per square kilometers are said to live, like the areas, hot deserts like the Sahara Desert, the Kalahari, the Atacama, and the cold deserts can be like Canada, Greenland, Antarctic, Gobi. So these were places where there was extreme low density of population. Now there were areas which were moderate density of population also, like where, what do we say, when there are 200 persons per square kilometer, then the areas is said to be of moderate density. Now in that case, the moderate density of population was found in South India, western part of China, Denmark, Norway, western parts of USA. They all have moderate density of population. Now, areas of high density of population, areas having a density of population above 200 persons per square kilometer, in such areas it is said to be, these areas are of high density of population. And the example of such areas are Monsoon Asia, Europe, and eastern part of USA. The Monsoon Asia includes countries like China, India, Bangladesh, Singapore, Japan, Korea, etc. Eastern coastal parts of USA and Canada are also very high density of population. The main areas of high density of population in Europe extend from the English Channel. We can see in this map here, from the English Channel, English Channel in the west, of Dnieper River in the east. And this belt is known as the population axis of Europe. That means it is very highly populated. Okay, the main countries which include in this belt, please underline, are Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, North France, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland, Ukraine, Moscow, region of Russia, and the river valleys of the coast and the coastal plains of Russia, Spain, Portugal, South France, and Italy. So children, you have to memorize some of these names so that you know that where in Europe which countries have a very high density of population. This belt of Europe has high density of population. On the other hand, plains such as Ganga, Brahmaputra in India, Huang He, Changjiang in China, and Nile in Egypt are densely populated. Okay, now we get back to the previous page, and there is one blue box which gives us some information. Now, the density of population in India according to the 1991 census, it was 261 persons per square kilometers. But now, the latest, this year, it is the census year, but we don't know whether the census will be taken or not with this situation. But the last census, which was taken in 2011, which told us that it increased to 382 persons per square kilometer. Out of which it was found Bihar has the highest density of population. The persons living in per square kilometer has increased by 21.3% in 2001 as compared to 1991. So the density of population is increasing year after year, and we will study why there is such increase in the density of population is occurring in some places of India. Okay. Now, what is this? The impact of overpopulation and underpopulation on the society. When the society is overpopulated, what happens? Now, the effects of overpopulated are quite severe. You may underline. The first of these is the depletion of resources. Now, the resources, they get depleted because more and more people require them. And the earth is only produce a limited amount of water and food, which is falling short of the current needs. Most of the environmental damage being seen in the last 50 odd years is because of the growing number of people on the planet. They are cutting down the trees of the forest, hunting wildlife in reckless manner, causing pollution and creating a host of problems. Those engaged in talking about overpopulation have noticed that acts of violence and aggression outside of a war zone have increased tremendously while competing for resources. So that is the impact of overpopulation. What happens when the region is overpopulated? Now the resources are limited, people are more, so there is the pressure on the resources, and this also damages the environment. And the environment is damaged, the resources, there is a lot of pressure on the resources, and what happens? There is a competition between people to get these resources, and as such what happens? A crime rate increases. People are in aggression, there are acts of violence, there are crimes, and that is what happens when there is overpopulation. Now, the degradation of environment. With the overuse of coal, oil, natural gas, it has started producing some serious effect on our environment. Rise in the number of vehicles and industries have badly affected the quality of air. Rise in the amount of carbon dioxide emissions lead to global warming, melting of the polar ice caps, changing climate patterns, rise in the sea level are few consequences that we might have to face due to environmental pollution. There is a misprint here. This we have been written twice, that we might have to face. You may delete this we. Have to face due to environmental pollution. So the environment degrades. Why is the environment degrading? Because more and more people are using, they have a luxurious life they are leading. They are using too much of coal, oil, natural gas, and when we are using all these, it has serious effects on the environment. We are producing greenhouse gases, which is rising the temperature of the earth. And on the other hand, when it is emitting too much of carbon dioxide is raising the temperature of the earth. And with the raising of the temperature of the earth, what happens? The snow melts, the ice caps are melting. Then there is change in the climate patterns, rise in the sea level, water. Then there are other consequences also. So why is the sea level water rising? Because the ice caps are melting. It is, and that melted water is raising the level of the sea. That in fact may drown many of the small islands around, and this is what the effect of environmental pollution when too much of population is there in the world. Then rise of unemployment. Our next point is rise of unemployment. Too much of people in one region and there is overpopulation. When a country becomes overpopulated, it gives rise to unemployment as there are fewer jobs to support large number of people. Jobs are less, people are more, and there is rise in unemployment. Now when there is unemployment, what happens? People tend to get into crime, as people will steal various items to feed their family and provide them with basic amenities of life. So the crime rate increases. Okay, we come to the next page, and the impact of underpopulation. Now what is the impact of underpopulation? The lower the standard of living. Now when there is less number of people and the resources are more, what happens under these conditions? Underpopulation engender lower standard of living as a result of inadequate labor force that would have conveniently boost output and production of goods and services. Now here the population is less, resources are more. Now what happens? The resources have not been utilized properly and hence there is low standard of living. Lack of adequate manpower. Under this, population results to shortage of labor with the attendant effect of low investments and income. Underutilization of resources. Resources are highly underutilized in a country of low population. And at times of war and emergency, a country might find it very difficult to mobilize enough people to defend it. So these are the major problems. No manpower is there, no utilization of the resources. And when at the times of war or emergency, there are not enough people to defend their country. Now the factors affecting the population of a place. Now what happens when the population change is there and how it affects the population of a place? The population change, children please underline this, refers to the change in the number of people during a specific time. So during a specific time, it refers to the change in the number of people. The world population has not been stable. It has increased manifold. So it has not been stable and has increased manifold over the years. This is actually due to the changes in the number of births and deaths. For an extremely long period of human history until the 1800s, the world population grew steadily but slowly. Large number of babies were born, but they died early too as there were no proper health facilities. Sufficient food and basic amenities were not available for all the people. As a result, the total increase in the population was very low. That's true, children. Now, what happened before the year 1800s? Number of children were more, But another number of deaths were also equally more. Because what was the reason behind it? Lack of proper health facilities and proper food facilities. So these were the factors which led to the low population during this period of time. Now, as we went ahead and the year came 1820, the world population had reached 1 billion. Now, 150 years later, in the early 1970s, the world population reached 3 billion. So, from 1 billion, only 150 years, it had doubled almost or tripled itself and reached 3 billion. This is often called population explosion. Now, once it reached 3 billion, this era was called population explosion has taken place. In 2010, less than 45 years later, the population doubled to 6 billion. Now, within 45 years of span, it had doubled to 6 billion, from 3 billion to 6 billion in just a span of 45 years. Now, what were the main reasons for this growth? Better food supplies were there, availability of health facilities, cheap goods, and other things due to industrialization. Okay, please underline these. Why there was this population explosion, and within 45 years the world population doubled itself to 6 billion. Why? Because the food supplies had been improved. There were less famines. People were getting good food to eat. Then the availability of health facilities had improved. Cheap goods was there and other things due to industrialization. So natural growth rate, that is the difference between the birth rate, death rate and the migration, are the main factors responsible for the population change in an area. Children, please underline this, very, very important, that there are 3 reasons for the population change: the birth rate, the death rate and the migration. And migration of people from one region to the other is also responsible for the population change of an area. Now, births are generally measured using the birth rate. And what is the birth rate? Number of live births per 1,000 people. Deaths are usually measured using death rates, that is the number of deaths per 1,000 people. And migration is the movement of people in and out of the area. Now, the population increased in the world is mainly due to rapid increase in the natural growth rate. Okay, students, we stop here for today, and next session we meet again. Till then, stay at home and stay fine. Thank you.